happened? Kind of my version 1 of this thing. The truck behind me is actually my grandfather's 39 Ford. Oh Jesus, that was embarrassing. Alright guys, good morning. So today we're back with car shows with this thing. I know in the last car show we were kind of talking about how we always get up early for car shows. We can't get up early for work, so that's kind of another common thing today. I get up earlier than I do for car shows than I do to actually start working on stuff. So I did get a question from you guys when we were doing this catch can setup on how I put oil in it. So I had to put oil in it this morning. I actually have to unthread the fittings. And then once you unthread them, you just put oil right down the fitting. It's a baffle, so it'll just, the oil will seep through it and then it'll go in. But yeah, that's really all it is. There's no, like, I don't think there's any filtering in it. Basically a baffle, so you can just put oil right in it. I got some oil in it now, so it's all good to go. Waiting for Sean to show up if he ever wakes up. He's only 15 minutes late right now, so that's cool. But yeah, I'm gonna get this thing warmed up and we'll hit the road. Yeah, look at that. I just realized this is the first time we're gonna have both these things at the same show in like 3 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. Somebody decided to pull their truck apart.
Yeah, same.
Well, I was talking about you, but all right.
Yeah, no, I tore this thing apart for a fat minute, but it's all done-ish for now. I'll call it good enough. But let's see, where are we going at today? 405. Nice. I hate my life. Yeah, apparently somehow I managed to drink up 10 gallons of gas going, I think not even 100 miles. Yeah. So I think this thing gets like 8 to 10 miles to the gallon if I'm lucky, but I'm not even gonna lie, I was kind of driving like a you-know-what, because fresh motor things, and it runs really good now. But damn, isn't that a sight to see? You see both the trucks. Man, Sean's truck looks massive compared to mine. Mine looks like a little Ford Ranger compared to that thing. See, I gotta do it from like the back angle, so Sean's truck looks a little smaller. I accidentally touched the curb and I got my tire all dirty, and I'm really pissed about it. Oh, look at that Bronco. Oh, hell yeah. All sorts of cool stuff. Yeah, there we go. Now my truck doesn't look so small. Hey, you ready to go?
Yep.
Cool, let's go to a car show. Sweet. Alright. Nice. Heck yeah. Alright, so we just stopped. We're waiting for Michael. He's going to bring the Mach 1. If you guys aren't familiar with that, it's that bright red 69 Mach 1 shaker head 4-speed car. He'll be coming down the road in a minute. We're going to hook up with him and then head over there, meet up with my uncle and Travis. So we're going to have a whole fleet of them here, so it's going to be a pretty great time. So we're going to catch up with Michael and meet you guys up at the show. But damn, that is just a good look. I like that. That's really good. Got Michael making us late because he doesn't have any gas. Nice. Got a little closer, hot rod. God dang. Yeah. Man, look at all these chickens. There's a lot of cars. I haven't been to this car show since I was like probably 10, something like that. I don't know. It's been a fat minute, that's for sure. That's crazy. Look at all these cars. All right, cool. We got them all here. The other thing you noticed at the gas station, which is pretty cool, kind of dumb, but I noticed it and I thought it was funny. Red, white, blue. Hell yeah, that's awesome. So, if you guys haven't seen this thing, this is Michael's 69 Fastback, Mach 1. It's done, painted, looks awesome. It's all cleaned up, waxed up, looks really good. That shaker on there. Yeah, that's a great looking car.
I'm hitting you.
And fun fact, 10 on the front of it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Is off my headlights when it failed miserably, and I peeled it off because I didn't like the way it looked, and I stuck it on his car and he actually kept it. So you're welcome. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. So we're gonna walk around, check some of this stuff out, and have a good time. Just like in Arizona, we got the Mcguire's Ultimate Foam Tire Shine. This stuff's awesome. They sent this out to me. This stuff looks really good. The cool thing about it also is well, Jesus, that was embarrassing. Is it sprays on white, and then you kind of let it sit for a minute, and then it turns this like awesome black color. And from Arizona on the drive back, we used it on Sean's tires and it still looks awesome. So this stuff lasts a while, and he's gone on the dirt and it still hasn't attracted dirt, which is really cool. But I'm gonna let this stuff sit for a little bit. I'm kind of that guy that's cleaning my truck at the show because I drive it a lot. So whatever. But yeah, looks pretty good. Massive shout out to those guys. I'll have a link down in the description for you guys to check out a wide range of Mcguire's products if you guys want to grab something for yourself. We're also using the spray wax on our trucks too, which is really cool. This is like my go-to. Sean's using it right now. So this stuff's pretty rad.
It works amazing.
Yeah, you're using the leather detailer on your paint. That's not the spray wax. Get out of here, go get the other. Well, I guess it doubles.
It seems to work for it. It smells cool. I don't know. I honestly thought it was the quick detailer. I thought I read quick detailer.
That is so funny.
Your leather detailer works as a quick detailer too.
Yeah, at least your truck smells good.
Hey, it smells good. Looks good.
That's so funny. Look at that freaking unit. Yeah, I like that. This whole line of F100s.
It's got a Ford in it.
It's got a Ford. Isn't that bad how you can walk up to a car and be like, oh my god, it actually has a Ford in it. Looks pretty good. Looks actually really good. Is that what I think that is?
Are those aluminum heads? Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Whoa, look at that. That's freaking sick. I ain't never seen anything like that before.
Carbon fibre.
This trick. This thing is a different frame. Yeah, dude, it's got an F100 frame. What the hell? It's got beams.
Wait, what?
It has beams.
It has beams?
Yeah, I was like, I know that coil bucket, and I look in the radius arms.
I looked at the radius arm, I just figured that's what the straight ones have too.
What?
Dude, that's sick. This thing legit.
F100 frame.
This thing legit has beams in it.
It's shortened for sure.
That's so cool.
But the fact the frame's painted to match everything else is cool too.
Dual
Oh, so is the
quads.
block.
I have the blocks all color matched. That's sick.
That's really trippy.
I don't think I'd ever see one of these with beams.
Whoa.
That's really weird. I didn't think I'd ever see one of these with beams. Dang, we got some Panteras over here, and then the ultimate box. Just kidding. Dude, look, I haven't actually seen this engine setup yet. This looks freaking rad. Yeah, I like it.
I put
Beefy.
a step right here so you can work on it too.
Oh, I like that. That's a good thing to have, I guess. Oh yeah, hold on, I forgot I got the sniper on there now. How you liking it so far? Wish
alright.
Wish I kept the carburetor on.
Dude, I wish I kept the one barrel on it.
That looks cool though.
It ran better.
So what shocks are these?
Fox 2514s?
2514?
Yeah.
So this thing's got 60s in it. These are the Super Duty
No,
axles,
the
yeah?
front's a 44.
Oh, it is a 44.
It's high boy axles.
Oh, okay. I forgot. I couldn't remember what it was.
Late high boy, so like 76 and a half or so.
Oh, okay. Cool. So it's got the low painted 44 in the front?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I forgot you put this fancy ass.
Oh yeah, it's got a fancy ass vent in it.
Dude, that's legitness. Look at that. Is that thing comfy?
Oh, very.
Very. I like how it fits really well.
It needs to come up like an inch.
Yeah, it looks really low. I like how it's very like close up against the back of the cab.
Oh dude, it's so roomy.
Yeah.
That's like, it goes back like another 2 inches too.
Really?
Yeah.
So you got plenty of leg room then.
Honestly, I have it like almost all the way forward for my tall ass to drive it.
Hell yeah. I got the dope ladder rack set up. So this is all tied in. So these tubes, this is removable so you can remove the rack. And then this tube goes down and it lands right inside the fender. You guys might be able to see it.
Something like crazy with it.
You can see it lands right there, and then that ties to his frame. And then he's got beefy boy radius arms and all that other stuff. This thing's a sleeper. This is a sleeper in the group. But yeah, it's a full crawler. This thing's sick. It's Travis's truck. This is the wreck truck that rolled, and we put a new cab on it, and then he rebuilt the whole thing. So he still drives it, still takes out the desert, still beats on it. If you guys are wondering what happened to Travis's truck, this is what happened. And fun fact, if you guys didn't know, so I actually took my core support off to change it to a less rusty one. And this core support's out of my truck, which you can see the Wimbledon white. on the bottom of it, on the base. And the other cool thing is, if you guys will notice, I actually have a chain coming off of my hood, and this is the link that locked my hood closed back in like the 80s when people used to steal batteries a lot. So this is the core support out of my F100, and it's kind of funny because our entire friend group has parts from each other's trucks in it. So my core support's in Travis's truck. I think I have parts of Travis's truck in mine. My parts are in Franklin's truck. It goes like back and forth. It's actually really cool. Sean ever becomes rich and famous, I know what he's buying.
One of these.
Oh, damn.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, I bet you could swap one of these out for a bug trans and it will hold it.
I bet you could use one of these in the buggy though, and it'd work good.
Yeah, that would work great.
I have to get in, when I get in it, I have to put my butt in the passenger seat to get my legs in.
That's pretty funny. How tall are you though?
6'3".
Yeah, that makes sense. This is a small car. This little Asian car cannot fit big people. Dang, got some Dylan McCool vibes. This thing is sick. I always love those wheels. Those are so rad. So I'm going to try to talk over the music as best I can, but the truck behind me is actually my grandfather's '39 Ford that my uncle, who's Michael's dad, and my grandfather spent over 10 years restoring, and this was the outcome. So sorry about the music, but this thing's a phenomenal restoration. Looks incredible. Dude, this thing's sick. This is exactly how we got to build the 40 on Sean's. TCI chassis, hell yeah. 351. This is exactly how Sean's going to do the 40, just like this. But apparently the one part we're missing, the important part, is the TCI chassis, which is a super expensive part. But you can get your hands on one of those. Just need a TCI frame, that's all you need.
If I could afford it.
No big deal.
No biggie. It'd make everything so much easier.
Yeah, just pop everything in.
Other than that, this is exactly how I need to pull the
Yeah, no, this is sick.
Well, aside from the TKO 600.
Yeah, nah, we got a T5. Look at how many trucks there are. They're all the way over here. A ton of them. We're looking at this thing. This is so sick. It's like literally a semi with just like a regular F-Series cab. These things are sweet. Is it 12 valve? Yeah. Nice. Nice. You don't need tread on your tires. Or air. Dad wheels. Dang, the rest of this thing's pretty nice, but what the f*** up with those wheels? This one your pick? Out of all the 300 cars, you like this color?
This one.
Yeah? Convertible and everything, or you just like the color?
Well, yeah, everything, but
I like it.
it's cool.
It's a cute little Mustang. I've seen this thing for like 10 years going to car shows all around. 4-speed, 396, gasser. Oh, this thing's so rad. Radius cut, got the pie crust cheater slicks on it. This thing's cool too. This came out of a junkyard by my house. The junkyard number I think is on the roof. Oh, here it is right here. You can see right there. That's the tag when it was in the junkyard. And now it's a gasser. Oh, this thing's packing. Hell yeah. What's up?
I thought I saw your truck over there.
Oh yeah, yeah, we brought it over there. This thing's sick.
Thanks, man.
Love it. So, the actual shifter is further forward.
Yeah,
on this one. So is it a remote mount shifter? Or?
It is.
Okay.
It is. So technically, you could just make the shaft as long as you want. You can have the shifter in the back seat if you really want it.
Yeah, I've seen those before. So you're banging gears on that thing, you can see the whole shaft and everything moving, huh?
That's really cool. It's pretty slick.
Dude, that's sick. I don't even have a remote mounted shifter and I want something like that. That looks cool.
It definitely helps. I have it set up for the middle location.
Yeah.
And it shifts like, I think right now I'm at like 1 inch of throw.
Yeah.
So if I go full short shift on it, it's like 5/8 of an inch. It's literally just with a quick click.
So it'll feel like almost like a sequential. You're just popping it.
Dude, it's so fast. I almost can't push the clutch in fast enough to shift it.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
It's phenomenal.
I'm so jealous. Well, yours is 66 or 5 or?
It's a November of 65. So
okay.
Some of the stuff on it, like the emblems and stuff, are all 66, but it's still 65 according to the VIN.
And what size motor?
It's a 331.
331. Okay, so it's still short.
Yep.
Short deck, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
8.2 deck. Yeah, the interior of this thing is just rad.
Good friend of mine,
those grips, and he just came out with that gum color, and I was like, that is so perfect.
So this he makes this whole thing, or just
no, just so the shifter. My buddy actually machined me it's basically where the shift knob would go.
Yeah. And then it connects to the
right here.
linkage.
He machined that piece that adapted their shifter, so because he does a lot of mountain bike stuff.
Got it.
So he makes mountain bike grips.
Oh, so these are just twist locks, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's a full floating vibration dampening shifter.
Oh, geez, that's
because
funny.
it's for mountain bikes.
Yeah.
But it feels really
cool.
good. It feels so planted when you shift.
Yeah. Oh, that's like super tight. You weren't kidding.
Yeah. No, and that's in the farthest throw.
Really?
There's 3 settings on it.
I am so jealous. Since it's a truck, it's really long, and I throw it, it's like boop, and I have a Steeda triax shifter in it, so it's already got a short shifter, and it still sucks. Dang, look at this. She's tucked, bro. Wait, bounce up and down.
You wish your truck sucked.
Yeah, look at that fitment, dude. She's tucked.
How much travel you got?
3 inches. Alright guys, I think we're about calling it here at Bates Nut Farm. Really cool show. I got our red, white, and blue line up. Looks pretty good. We're gonna head back to the house. I'm gonna do a couple other things to the F100. Kind of chill out for the day. Take a little bit of a day off, but not totally obviously because we're making videos. But I think I'm gonna put the old ambers back in this thing because I think that would just complete the look. And I got a little wiring gun we're gonna try to find. So Sean and I are gonna head back up to the house and start working on the trucks. Either Sean's gauge just wiped himself out or his oil pump is gone because it will not hold oil pressure at idle. He has to rev it up to keep oil pressure in it. So he either has a bad gauge and he has a mechanical gauge, or he smoked the oil pump in it. And we're not really going to test that theory. So not really sure what we're going to do here. Oh boy. Well, if it's not one truck, it's another. Well, it was going great until it wasn't. It's for whatever dumb reason that stupid oil pressure gauge just doesn't want to do things that we want it to do. Guess it didn't want to have actual oil pressure. But the funny thing was it was doing it only at idle. So it just dropped? It just would come down the grade and it just dropped?
It would just drop. The second I let off, I just watched the oil pressure gauge just start going down and down and down and down. I'm like, oh no, this isn't good. Yeah. So we pulled it over and pulled the line off the block because it's a mechanical gauge, and it was shooting oil out of it. I'm assuming the actual pump itself is fine and it's pushing oil through it. I drove it home and just had to keep it at a high RPM. I tried to keep it above 1500 to 2000, and it made pressure according to the gauge all the way home. So the motor itself is fine. There's no knocking or ticking or anything. But now I'm going to do an oil change the filter. Maybe something got in the filter and it's bypassing it, and the pressure's coming down. I'm going to clean out the line, clean out the gauge, and we're going to see what happens. Hopefully it's not the pump. I'm pretty sure it's not, because I really don't want to pull my motor because it actually runs pretty good aside from this new issue. Yeah, pretty much do an oil change, clean out everything. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so we could see.
Came home on its own power, so I guess that still counts for something.
Yeah, you're worried you're gonna have to put it on a trailer. That would have sucked.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been happy about that at all.
But yeah, we'll come back in later and see where this ends up. But I'm gonna go put some headlights in this turd because I don't really like the LEDs, and I know a lot of you guys don't. So we're gonna put the OG ambers in and see if I can get them to work. All right. Well, it's raining out of nowhere, which makes no sense. So the rest of this video is gonna be a little bit tricky to put together. But we'll have the truck over here and hopefully get these headlights changed. Well, I got them off. The one thing I'm noticing is these little bumpers that kind of go in here to hold the headlight door. I kind of need to get new ones. I don't have any, so I'm gonna order those. On this side, I'm also missing a couple of them. I've gone through these so many times, it's ridiculous. So I gotta get some more of those. But yeah, the headlights themselves came out pretty easy. So I get asked this literally all the time, what headlights do I have in my truck? Well, these are aux beam headlights. These are a 7-inch amber halo. I don't believe they make these anymore, I'm not gonna lie. They might make something similar, but not these exact ones. The biggest thing to look for is that the halo ring is solid, not dotted, because the dotted LEDs look tacky as hell to me. I hate seeing those in cars and trucks. It just looks cheap, looks like you're putting cheap, you know, Amazon lights in your classic American truck. So this is a solid beam, doesn't have the dots, and this is also, the LED beam is all the way on the outside. Some of them, and a lot of them, this ring is actually a little bit on the inside smaller than this. And personally, I don't like that look. It looks smaller, it just doesn't look right to me. It looks like it's got little, tiny little pupils. It looks really weird. But anyways, those are the lights that are in this. We're gonna keep those for another day. We're going to be changing to the OG ambers. These are real tinted ambers, not fake tint or any sort of weird thing like that. True tinted glass. This is technically a motorcycle headlight, and I got it on 4into1.com. I'll go ahead and I'll leave the link to these, and if I can possibly find those, but I doubt I'll have the link for those because I probably won't be able to find them. These are the headlights we're going to be swapping in. I did run these on the NASCAR video when they looked really, really rad. I can't see a damn thing at night with them, but it's kind of one of those things where it already drives like crap, so I just want to make it look cool at this point. So I figure kind of going along with my whole retro like street truck 70s like or 80s NASCAR theme or whatever you want to call it at this point, I think the amber headlights really do kind of set it off, so we're going to be going ahead and doing that, and I think it'll look pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap these things out and see what this thing looks like. Yeah, I don't really know what it is, but I feel like this is the way that this setup has to be. You know, this is kind of my version 1 of this thing, and it's NASCAR, kind of, you know, old vintage 70s race car trim. And I think this is the way it has to be. You know, between the amber headlights, the 10 wide, black steelies, all that, you know, you can definitely tell these headlights suck. They're not gonna work very well at night, but I mean, I don't really plan to drive it at night that much. I have other cars I can drive. So this isn't quite my daily. It's very expensive to drive as a daily. I go through half a tank a day driving this thing. It's over $50 to fill it. So yeah, but still super happy with the way this looks. I think that's definitely the move right there. Yeah, these 4-in-1 motorcycle headlights are really nice. They pull a pretty good amount of power though. So keep that in mind if you're going to do that. These are a halogen, these are not an LED. I wanted to go with an LED, but the LEDs are always more of a greenish yellow, like a more of a white yellow, and I'm looking for the orange amber yellow. That's what that's kind of like what completes the look. I hate seeing guys with amber headlights and they're freaking yellow. It's not what it's supposed to look like. But yeah, pretty stoked with the way that came out. I think for now we can probably call, or almost call, version 1 of this thing complete. There's a couple more things we want to do coming up later this week, but regardless, I hope you guys want to enjoy this video. It's a fun little car show. We will be fixing Sean's truck in the next video or so, getting that oil pressure thing figured out. Not really sure why I did that. That was really weird, but his engine's fine, so that's the good thing. So but anyways, like the video if you did enjoy. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video with this truck. Bye guys.